Hi everyone, we're in St Albans City Centre at the St Albans Property Network. This is going to be fun. I haven't been to this one before, but it's one of those local ones, and there's a lot of entrepreneurs in there, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy this video production that we're doing with huge value from entrepreneurs. Hi everyone, we're at the St Albans Property Network. Hope I got that right, because these are two people that organise it for property entrepreneurs here in Hertfordshire, especially St Albans. Thank you guys for having us. Julie, Craig, we got the name tags. They all know. I don't know why, because everyone does know who they are. Thank you for having us. What's the purpose of this event? What's the big thing that drives you to run this event? Share it with the audience, please.
I think for me personally, I've been running this event for 13 years now.
Wow.
And for me, it was about the fact that there is no place in property where you can really just connect. Property is a really lonely business, and mental health is a big thing.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's not okay to just go to these events where you're hearing speakers all the time and you don't get a chance to hear and talk to people that really understand where you're coming from. Being a landlord is extremely difficult, and I just really wanted to create a space where it was okay to come in, talk and open up, and no one's going to judge you. Yeah. I'm really keen on not having egos in the room. So everyone that comes in, if you're new to property or if you're a seasoned investor, you could literally just come in and talk and have a safe place to do that.
I think she's probably not even done a bit disservice, because I've come to the event and really enjoyed it. It's all includes developers as well, property developers. It's just not landlords. So I've been speaking to them. So there's a lot of property people. I've been talking to many of them, and I thought, wow, I've been really impressed. I've been fortunate to come to this event. So Craig, what was your vision on this? Because I know I spoke to you a few times about this.
We do things slightly differently here. There's no sales pitches, there's no presentations. It's about people liaising with people. So everybody that arrives has a name badge, and it says, I am a property investor, whatever, landlord, and I am looking for, and 1 month they could be looking for an architect, they could be looking for a letting agent. And then it's really good as people like chatting, go, actually, I'm looking for an architect. I was just talking to an architect, let me introduce you. So the way that we do this with name badges on people, it really helps people who've never done any property networking come and network. So we're really inclusive.
I think you've got a really good point, and I think the host that these guys are and the way they're connecting people is huge. So whenever you go to an event, the host make the event, because if they don't put that environment in place that people feel relaxed, I felt relaxed, I feel like I'm at home, and that makes a difference. And that's what I felt, and it's quite nice, because for us, especially with the local businesses who are coming around here, want to be able to speak to entrepreneurs and other entrepreneurs and share their pains, their gains, everything else, and I think that's been really useful. So
one of the other unique things we have is a WhatsApp group, purely for people who've been here. You cannot join the WhatsApp group unless you've actually been to a St Albans Property Networking one. But we have over 190 people, I think, on there. It's probably gone up a bit more. But you can then ask questions on there, and it's not just you thinking about things yourself. You actually have 190 people who are all experienced property investors who are all there to help you. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. And everybody that comes to this event learns very quickly that this is about support, information and advice. And the WhatsApp group is very much about that. If you post a question on the WhatsApp group, no one is going to go, that's a silly question. No. I myself have been in property 30 years, and I'm still learning every day. Every day is a school day in property. There's never a silly question. And I think that's really important with the WhatsApp group as well, to know that you've got that support and no one's going to go, why are you asking that? That's a silly question. Never ever will you get that with our group.
I think
you can only become a member if you come to the St Albans Property Meet. Right?
I love that.
You have to come to meet people. It's like we are a group. There's no sales pitch. These are just different property people helping other property people.
Love it.
Literally the first Thursday of every month here at the Beach House in the centre of St Albans.
Love
fantastic.
it. You've heard it from these guys. They put it in such a nice way, and it is true, because I've been here and everyone knows I don't blow smoke up no one is a certain place. I tell people straight how it is, and this has been a great event. So thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for talking to us and all the audience.
It's completely free. Just go on Eventbrite, search for St Albans Property Meet, and then it's the first Thursday of every month.
I'll put a link in the comments when we post this on all social medias, and so people can see that and get in contact with these guys, because I get so many people asking me, what events do you go to choosy, what ones are good, especially to grow my business, grow my property business as well. And these are the things that you've got to do, invest the time. So thank you for watching, and thank you for having us, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Hi everyone, my name's Z Razak. We're at the Albans Property Network. I hope I got that right so I don't annoy Craig, the main man here, and Julie, I believe it is. We got Amy and Jordan, who are quite well known because they're bit celebrities in their own right. They've been on Property Elevate, is that correct?
Yeah.
And they got someone backing them in the deal as well. Alfie, is that working properly? Can you hear me? Can you hear them? Excellent. What I wanted to talk about is your property strategies, because we love talking to property entrepreneurs. Can you tell me about the key strategies that you're doing in property at the moment?
Sure, so we've got a rent-to-rent business.
Rent-to-rent?
Yeah, so we've got a block of 12 studio flats in Gloucester.
Wow.
And we've got a HMO that's in conveyancing and planning at the moment. So
Wow, where's the HMO?
In Gloucester as well.
Gloucester as well, so is that where you're predominantly based and you're trying to get your business running in that area?
Yeah.
How have you found the HMO rule changes? Have they affected Gloucestershire yet? Have you got additional compliance now there?
No, so it's still quite under the radar in Gloucester. So there is a good HMO market, but it's not quite as developed yet. So yeah.
So the HMO licensing hasn't come in that part
Yeah,
yet.
it's still for over 5 beds.
Right, okay, because it's changing between different boroughs. So that's exciting stuff. So obviously you love doing that strategy. So tell us a bit about the property elevator. So someone agreed, you got two of the dragons, I call them.
So we had Hayley and Nicholas who invested in our project. Unfortunately it didn't go ahead, but we are in talks with them about the current project that we've got under offer.
Okay.
So,
are you allowed to give a bit insight about your current project, or is it confidential until they agree?
we can talk about our current
Yeah,
Give us the
it's
overview.
still early days, so we're going through conveyancing and planning at the moment.
planning was submitted 2 weeks ago.
What is it? Is
So
it a
that is
development?
Change of use from residential house to C4,
Right.
and then into sui generis for 7 people.
Right, so you're going to have a HMO strategy, so you've learned how to do that. Great advice, and you might have seen this on some of our previous videos where some of the HMO entrepreneurs are going through stages in their planning to make it happen, and this is what these guys are doing. I love it, because you can do more rooms, and so you're going through it. It's a smart way of doing it, so you obviously got yourself educated on that. Have you invested time learning property strategies? It sounds like you have.
Yeah, so we started off doing flips. That was without any education. That sort of built us a nice cash pot, and then we realised that actually we started taking it more seriously, and then in investing in our own education, which we've done for the past 2 years. I would say.
Wow.
Last 2 years.
I love that part. You know there's a difference between investment and development. Flips are development. Fun of tax, always think in my head about this. So you've got to know the difference, because it has different reliefs and different exits. So as I said, I've got some guides on that. Watch those, because then you know what you're doing, because development, flips are trading businesses. When you have investment, like you own property to rent out, they're considered investment businesses. Total different tax aspects, different reliefs. So we'll put that to good use and make sure you use that. I love that. So obviously, what's your plan over the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourselves in the property empire?
So our goal is to build our asset column by buying properties and converting them into HMOs, and then on the side of that is just to build our cash flow with the rent-to-rent business.
Wow. Have you thought about service accommodation, furnished holiday lets at all?
We have ummed and ahed about it a little bit, but to be honest, there's enough on our plate, I think, with the rent-to-rent on sort of longer-term ASTs, and there's a lot of intricacies, I think, to running a service accommodation business.
And what we haven't mentioned yet is we are both working full-time as well.
Wow.
So Jordan's a carpenter, I'm a commercial finance broker.
I love it. So, sorry, what do you do on the day living?
Carpenter.
Carpenter, so you got a good combination there. The reason why I mentioned service accommodation furnished outlets, check this out. If you're working, you can actually get your tax back from your employment by using those property strategies. That is it. I would recommend watching our South London presentation that I did in Mayfair on this. It's on YouTube, so watch that, and that gives you a mindset change, because depending on what you're doing, you can do different things, and that's why it's so useful. Commercial property is another one which I know a lot of people go on about, but they don't know how to actually use it for their opportunity. So think about this, invest in knowledge, which I know you guys are doing. So 3 to 5 years looks going to be good. Just for the viewers, who did you invest knowledge in to get property knowledge about? What kind of courses have you been, so people who are starting out or in their journey, what should they be looking out for and why?
So we opted for more of a mentorship where we can have a little bit of hand-holding and someone that we can actually just ask questions to whenever we need to. So we did a 12-month mentorship last year for that purpose, and we did a group mentorship as well, because you learn and get. I think we're inspired by the people as well, so we had that on the go, and now we've niched down into our HMO strategy, so we're working with a HMO specific mentor to help us with that journey.
Wow, and you've heard this here, which I'm a big advocate. You might have seen what I've been posting on a lot of the social media is invest in knowledge first, then do your strategy. And these guys are a great example, and look at what they achieved. They've been on TV, celebrities and everything else, so you love it. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Renat. Perfect. Ready? Hi everyone, at the St Albans Property Network, we got 2 additional property entrepreneurs here who want to show us a bit of their journey, Lena and Joe. And Lena is doing a lot of property sourcing, Joe is involved in service accommodation, and Lena, and that's their strategy. So we're going to ask them some questions. Lena, let's start with you first. Why did you get into property sourcing? You were telling me the amazing story.
All right, so it's very simple. My parents are selling their house, and I got really inspired when I was speaking with estate agents, and I also started to look for properties for my mom in particular, and I felt like, why wouldn't I actually do this as not only helping my parents, but as a job, as a career. So I just felt really like, this is it. I'm going to start to do property sourcing, and I'm going to try to find the most suitable properties for my clients.
That's amazing, and this is the entrepreneur journey, the mindset, because it takes a lot of guts to step out and do stuff. So fantastic, love that story. Want to speak to Joe, you're doing service accommodation, and you were telling us a bit about some of the challenges that you faced. You had to invest in knowledge first of all, is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Going to many groups and listening to all the best teachers, and just networking and linking up with as many property people as you can. So
it makes accelerates your learning, and I always say invest in knowledge, and these guys have done that, and in whatever property strategy they're doing. And service accommodation for me is quite big, because as I was talking, there's a lot of tax advantages. Everyone knows I love the council tax financing, and I was saying to Joel around understanding this is so big, because one of the bits is not only managing the business and knowing what impacts it has, making sure you're getting the maximum benefit, and that's the money in your pocket. And I think that is the mindset, and that's a constant learning. And I think you've gone through the operational initially, and now you're learning a bit more as you go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got into, I got in with Airbnb and service accommodation. I used to do rentals. Travelled a lot of around the world from just renting out my property and trying to figure out what to do next. And Airbnb kind of popped into my awareness, and it just went from there. It was from, it just landed on me. So.
No, it's amazing. And also, I was with Selena, you mentioned Portugal, a place I like. I've been to Lisbon, and believe it or not, a little bit of a tip, if you are a UK resident and you buy one in Portugal and it's part of the EEA, European Economic Area, you can claim capital allowances against your UK tax system. That's still in place. I hope Rishi doesn't hear that after Brexit and gets rid of that fund as well. I know I'm going to get grief because I mentioned the B word, but that's life, right? So there's still a huge advantages. So making sure you plan that, you can make sure you can have a holiday home and still take advantage of that if you do it properly. So there's still opportunities in Lisbon, because I've been there and I've seen, especially around where Lisbon is and a place like Cascais we mentioned, there's a lot of holiday homes there and a lot of expats. So huge opportunities. And if you ever move to Portugal, currently as we speak, it's still got huge tax advantages for non-DOMs in Portugal, one of the few countries left. I don't know if they were going to ever change that, but this is what love talking about entrepreneurs. So much things. Is there last thing? Is there any people that you're looking out for that can help you on your property journey? Lena, is there any people that you're looking out for? Potential clients, I guess?
Potential clients, potential investors, people who are looking, they want to move and, a new start in my country, in this case.
Yeah.
And I'm also open to talk with other people in the business, potential people who have properties and also real estate agents.
Excellent. So she's looking at introducing real estate, growing the property portfolio. I love that, and it's increasing our knowledge and helping others. I was even saying find a decent commercial property. I know Ranjan watches this; he'll be loving that as well. So thank you for being on this. Really appreciate it, and thank you for sharing your thoughts because entrepreneurs will be really motivated and inspired by your input. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I hope you've enjoyed this video with huge value from a number of property entrepreneurs and trading business entrepreneurs. If you like this kind of content, please like and follow us, and in the comments below, comment on anything you would like to see going forward. And we've got loads of free guides for you to help you in the journey, and links across all the social medias with huge value that we create. And I hope you appreciate that all that, because we love creating it for you. Thank you so much.